Hello class, today we are here to start our new chapter Lost Spring, The Stolen Childhood by Anees Jung. Lost Spring, Stories of the Stolen Childhood by Anees Jung. So before talking about this story, let us have a look about Anees Jung. Who is Anees Jung? So before starting this chapter, this story, let us see about Anees Jung, the author of this story. Born in 1944, Anees Jung was born in 1944 in Rourkela, and Rourkela is in Odisha. Okay, so Anees Jung was born in 1944 in Rourkela, Odisha, and by occupation she is a what is her occupation? She is a journalist, author, writer, as well as a columnist. What is a columnist? The one who writes columns for magazines. Okay, so her occupation is journalist. She is a journalist, author, writer, and a columnist also. Anees Jung was born in an aristocratic family, okay, and completed her studies in Hyderabad as well as in USA. She studied in Hyderabad, and for the further studies, for completing her masters, she went to United States. Okay. Now let us see her noted work. So now let us see what are the noted works of Anees Jung. The first one is Unveiling India, written in 1987. The second one is Night of the New Moon, which is written in 1993. The third one is Seven Sisters, which is written in 1994. The fourth one is Breaking the Silence, written in 1997. The fifth one is Beyond the Courtyard, which is written in 2003. And the last one is Lost Spring, which is written in 2005. So this Lost Spring, Stories of the Stolen Childhood, is a book written by Anees Jung in 2005, and whatever we are going to study today is just an excerpt taken from this book. Is that clear? So we can say that Anees Jung is a writer who used to write on the reality harsh reality of the society, whether it is poverty or whether it is the bad condition of ladies in the society. So she is the writer of the reality of the society. So this was all about Anees Jung. Now let's start this chapter. There are two stories. Today we are going to focus on the first story, and in the next video we will discuss the second one. Both the story will tell you about the society, what kind of society we are dwelling in, what kind of society we are living in, and what kind of society we are going to create. So let's start the chapter. Lost Spring. Students, what is spring? Actually, spring is the most beautiful season of a year. Why it is such a beautiful season? Why we call that season? Why we love that season so much? Because in that season, many flower blossoms everywhere, which makes the season very, very beautiful and colorful. Exactly like that, the childhood is the most beautiful season of anyone's life because it shows such beautiful colors in the life. It has a different kind of cheer, it has a different kind of enthusiasm. All the good things which happen to you, all the beautiful things which happen to you, it is mostly in your childhood. That's why spring is related to childhood in this chapter. Anees Jung has compared spring to childhood, okay, and that's why she has written the title of this chapter, Lost Spring, Stories of the Stolen Childhood. Now, let us see who is the lead character of our story. As you can see what I have written here, Sahib-e-Alam. This is the one who is the lead character, who is the hero of this story, okay? Who is Sahib-e-Alam? According to the name, you can feel that it may be a king or a lord. Because in Urdu, this word means, Sahib means lord, and this means world, Lord of the world. Sahib-e-Alam means Lord of the world. But what a contradiction here. This is a boy who is a rag picker. Okay, what is the meaning of rag picker? The one who picks up the garbage from society. Okay, so this is the name of a boy who is a rag picker. Now look at the contradiction. Name is Sahib-e-Alam means Lord of the world, and what he does, he picks up the garbage. He picks up the rags. Okay. So by this we can say that in our society, what is the role of poverty? You have to focus here by reading this chapter, what poverty does to a life, what poverty does to a child. Okay? In our society, we can face every day many rag pickers. We can find out many rag pickers, and most of them are children. So the theme of this chapter is the grinding poverty and traditions which condemn these children to a life of exploitation. Means the role of poverty and tradition, what they do, they lead these children to live such a miserable and a difficult life full of poverty. Now let's start the story. One day, our writer Anis met a child, okay, and he was a rag picker. What was the name? The name was Sahib Alam. She asked him that, why do you do so? Why do you do this? The boy replied, I don't have anything to do. Our writer says, why don't you go to school? And after giving such an advice, she just thought that what a hollow, what a shameful advice she provided to this boy. Why the advice was so hollow? Why the advice was such stupid? Because nobody picks up the rag from the society by his own will. The circumstances, the poverty led them to do so. That's why this boy was also picking up the rags from the society and not going to school. This thing just struck in the mind of our writer. Then this boy says that there is no school in our society. Our writer says that if I will make one, will you join? And she was not a bit serious about what she was saying to this little boy. She said that if I will make a school, will you join? And this thing make a big smile, created a big smile on the little face of Sahib, and he said, why not? I will sure join your school. After some day, when Anis met Sahib, Sahib asked her, is your school ready? And this thing made her feel ashamed because she had promised him something which was not to be fulfilled by her. It was out of her reach to make a school and provide it to Sahib and other children like Sahib. She felt ashamed, but this thing did not affect Sahib because these are the promise Sahib faced every day. Now let us see the background of Sahib. Okay, so Sahib basically belongs to Dhaka. Where is Dhaka? Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh. So basically Sahib is a Bangladeshi. So Sahib migrated from students remember this. Sahib's family migrated from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay, and why they migrated from there? Because there were storms which destroyed their fields and homes, and there was no home to live. That's why they migrated to India from Bangladesh in search of gold. Why I am saying gold here? Gold doesn't mean real gold. I am saying in search of gold because what is gold? Gold is a precious thing for us. And for them, people like the family of Sahib, gold is something which can lead them to have a food for a day, lead them to have 3 times food for a day. That is gold for them. That's why I am saying that they migrated India for food, in search of food and shelter. And in present day, Sahib is living with his family and other families in Simapuri, Delhi. Simapuri, the wilderness, means it is a huge land where the garbage of whole Delhi is thrown. And in that land, with those garbage, Sahib's family and other family used to live. They have created house of mud and tarpaulin. What is tarpaulin? Tarpaulin is a material which is waterproof. They had their roof of tarpaulin and hut made up of mud, and they used to live there. And what they do, what they work, they used to collect garbage and snatch some important things, something which is useful from those garbages. This is their work, this is the source of bread for them. In the next class, we are going to look further about Sahib. Till then, thank you.